Hey guys, so welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to share with you another Power Vinyasa class that I taught. And this one focuses on some really deep twists. So this is great for our spine. Just like you might wring out a towel or a sponge, this is the same thing for our body. And it's not just the spine, it's also our internal organs and other tissues in our body. When we do that rotational action, it really wrings out the toxins, gets things moving, squeezes out stuff that might be stuck in there, and that's very good for us all the way down to the cellular level. So doing some really deep twisting in today's class. And then for core work, we're going to explore variations on the glute-bridge. And so this is a great strengthener for the glutes and also the posterior chain in general, the muscles that run along the backside of our body that actually hold us up. And modern life tends to create a lot of weakness in this muscle group. So this is a great way to try and activate and strengthen those muscles. And then we work up toward and we put everything together in a pose called Eka Bhuja Dandasana, which is sometimes translated as the grasshopper pose. And so this is a challenging arm balance that requires flexibility, upper body strength, and also coordination and balance. So it's really going to challenge us to put everything together. And I want to remind you that it's not important to do the arm balance. It's not important to do any of the postures in particular. It is important to try to do them, because when you make an effort, that has an effect on your body. It also mentally puts us in a certain place. So don't hurt yourself. Don't push yourself too far or too hard, but try and do everything as best as you can. Attempt to do as much as you can, okay? So I hope you really enjoyed today's class. And if you do, I want to remind you to like it, to subscribe to the channel if you're on YouTube, to follow me on Instagram, to like the Mahapatha Yoga Facebook page, and maybe to consider actually becoming a patron on Patreon and helping to support me with doing these teachings. I like to make them free, and so a great way to think of it is paying it forward. If you contribute, you allow me to continue to do this for free for someone who may not be able to pay for yoga. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you on the other side. Thank you. So go ahead and close your eyes. And let go of trying to feel or experience anything in particular. And instead, just allow yourself to notice that you are experiencing. Simply that you are, that you exist. And then I'll invite you to notice one other thing, which is that you're breathing. So whatever else you're experiencing, just allow yourself to notice those things. To feel or to sense that you are, you exist, and that at least right now you are breathing. The breath is coming in and out. Then I'd like you to begin to deepen your breathing. Inhale, fill the belly, ribs, and upper chest. Exhale, reverse this. Then begin to intentionally create a hissing sound at the back of your throat like you're fogging a mirror. Do this with your mouth closed, breathing in and out through the nose. With the next exhalation, transition to a tabletop position. And begin the cat-cow warm-up. Inhaling, belly drops, tailbone lifts, crown of the head comes up. Exhale, tuck tailbone, round the back, crown of the head down. After you feel you've warmed up your spine and torso, tuck the toes, lift the hips, and come up and back into a downward facing dog. And in downward dog, focus on warming up your toes, feet, and legs. Then come into your full expression of downward facing dog. Hands shoulder width, fingers spread wide, palms firmly planted, chest drawing toward the toes, feet hip distance and heels reaching toward the ground. Take a few breaths here. With the next exhalation, walk your feet toward your hands, coming into a brief ragdoll, grabbing the opposite elbow, dangling, and nodding or shaking your head, swaying your hips, bending your knees. And then with the arms relaxed, we inhale and gradually roll up to a standing position, stacking ears, shoulders, hips, knees, and heels. Now that we're upright, let's take a moment to check for tension that is being held unconsciously in our face, brow, lips, jaw, or shoulders. And if we are holding tension here, let's just explore relaxing and releasing that tension. Now with the feet joined together, we'll inhale, draw the arms up, touch palms, and lift the heart as we come into our first standing back bend, lengthening from the pubic bone through the chin. Inhale, coming all the way back up, and as you exhale, release into forward fold. Place the palms flat, bend the knees as much as necessary, and let your neck relax. On your inhalation, come to your fingertips or take hands to the shins as you lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, plant the hands and step to the top of a push-up for plank pose. In plank, align the ears, shoulders, hips, knees, and heels. Wrists directly below the shoulders and shoulders active and engaged. Take a deep breath here, and as you exhale, lower down halfway, elbows hugging the ribs. Take a breath, and with the next exhalation, lower the rest of the way down. And with the inhale, press into the tops of your feet and your hands as you lift head, neck, and chest for Cobra. In Cobra, keep your shoulders away from your ears, shoulder blades integrated onto your back, and your neck a natural extension of your spine. With the next exhale, release the pose, press back to tabletop, and then to downward facing dog. From downward dog, inhale to the toes, and as you exhale, step, jump, or float to the front edge of your mat. With the inhalation, come all the way to standing back bend. And as you exhale, grab your right wrist with your left hand and send your hips to the right as you pull your arm to the left. Ardha Chandrasana. In this pose, half moon, lengthen from your hip through your wrist along the right side. As you inhale, return to center, switch wrists, and exhale over to the other side. Breathe into the space that you are creating on your left side. Inhale, come back to center, and exhale, release into forward fold. Inhale to half lift, and exhale to the top of a push-up. This time, if you're able, keep the knees up, take a deep breath, and exhale, lower down halfway, elbows hugging the ribs. As you inhale, straighten the arms and the legs for upward facing dog. Be sure your knees are off the ground and your legs are active. As you exhale, pull both feet in at the same instant as you draw your hips up and back into downward facing dog. From downward dog, inhale to the toes. As you exhale, step, jump, or float to the front edge of the mat. Inhale all the way to standing back bend. Exhale to half moon pose. Inhale back to center. Exhale to half moon on the other side. Inhale back to center, and exhale, sit back into an imaginary seat for chair pose, Utkatasana. In this pose, try and keep your face relaxed and your breath steady. Exhale, release into forward fold. Inhale to half lift, and exhale, step, jump, or float to the bottom of a push-up. Inhale to upward facing dog, or you can do cobra here, and exhale to a push-up. Straight back to down dog, or use tabletop for the transition instead. In downward dog, let's bring feet to touch. We'll inhale the right leg up and back, and as we exhale, touch the right leg high up on the right arm. Holding it there and just taking a breath, and notice that the foot is pretty much as high off the ground as I can get it. Then we inhale the leg up and back, and we exhale and lunge. Dropping the left knee to the ground, we inhale and raise up into Anjeneyasana, the low lunge pose. The front foot and knee point straight ahead, the knee is over the heel, and the hips are as far forward and down as possible. Feel the stretch that extends from your left knee through your left wrist. Take a deep breath in and exhale to the bottom of a push-up. In downward dog, we'll bring the feet to touch and inhale the left leg up and back. As we exhale, we'll take that knee as high up on the left arm as we can, hold it there, and take a breath. Inhaling the leg up and back, we'll exhale and lunge. Inhale to low lunge. Breathe into the space from your right knee through your right wrist. Take a deep breath and exhale to the bottom of push-up, making your way to downward facing dog. From downward dog, take a nice deep breath in, and as you exhale, jump to a seat. From there, lower back onto your back with your knees relatively deeply bent, feet on the ground, about hip distance, knees hip distance as well. We'll do a very simple, what's called glute-bridge. So to do the glute-bridge, we'll have our arms bent like so. And then we simply press into our feet and lift our hips up as much as we can. Now as we do this, there should be no pain in our back. If there's pain, you simply lower down a little bit. Otherwise, keep the hips lifted as much as you can, and don't forget to breathe. Now take a deep breath and exhale, come on down. Cross the ankles and roll forward to the bottom of your push-up, and then Vinyasa back to downward facing dog. From our down dog, we'll inhale to the toes, look between the hands, and exhale to the front edge of our mat. Inhale up to standing back bend, and then exhale as we sit into a chair and take a twist to the right. We'd like the hips facing forward, the chest facing the right wall, and the fingertips reaching toward the front and back of the room. Our gaze is back over the right fingertips. This is called chair twist. Let's inhale back to standing, and we'll exhale to chair twist in the opposite direction. Good. Inhale back to standing back bend, and exhale to forward fold. Inhale to half lift, or you could do crow pose here, Bakasana, which we learned last week. Exhale, bottom of the push-up, and then make your way back to downward facing dog. In downward dog, let's bring our feet to touch and we'll inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale, touch the knee high up on the right arm. Then inhale, lift the leg high. Exhale the knee to your nose, chin, or forehead. Hold there and take a breath. Inhale the leg up and back. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half triangle, Ardha Trikonasana. In this pose, the hips are directly over the knee. The right leg is straight. The foot is flexed. The toes and knee are pointing up. The hands are on the ground or 2 blocks, and I'm folding over my right leg until I feel a stretch in the back of my right thigh. With the next inhale, come forward to low lunge, and then exhale to the bottom of your push-up, making your way to downward facing dog. From downward dog, bring feet to touch. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, left knee to left arm. Inhale, lift it up, and exhale the knee to the nose, chin, or forehead as you hold and take a breath. Inhale the leg up and back. Exhale and lunge. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, Ardha Trikonasana. Breathe into the back of your left thigh. And with each breath, feel the tension that lives in that part of your body beginning to melt and dissolve away. Inhale, low lunge pose. And exhale, bottom of the push-up, making your way to down dog. From down dog, inhale to the toes and exhale to a seat. Gradually roll back onto your back. We'll now take a look at a dynamic glute bridge. So the position is identical to what we did before, but this time we inhale up and then exhale, come back down. If you're healthy, if your spine is healthy, there should not be pain as you come up. You should be able to push all the way up without any discomfort or pain. However, many of us do not actually have healthy backs or spines, so there might be pain when you get to a certain extreme position. Again, if that's the case, then simply stop short of the position that causes you pain. I would also advise maybe going to see a physical therapist, yoga therapist, or doctor to have your back checked out. This should not cause pain. Coming down, we'll cross those ankles and exhale to the bottom of our push-up, making our way to downward facing dog. From here, we'll inhale to the toes, and we exhale, step, jump, or float to the front edge of the mat. Inhale all the way up to standing, and we'll exhale and twist to the right. Inhale back up to standing back bend, and exhale, twist to the left. Inhale back up, and then this time exhale, take a slightly deeper twist to the right. I call this prayer twist because our hands are in a prayer position. The hips are down, the spine is long, The right shoulder is back and the gaze is up. Inhale, let's come all the way back up to standing back bend, and we'll exhale as we twist to the other side. Inhale all the way back up to standing back bend, and exhale to forward fold. Inhale, half lift, crow, or maybe handstand this time, and exhale right to the bottom of your push-up, making your way back to downward facing dog. From downward dog, let's bring our feet to touch. We'll inhale the right leg up and back. As we exhale, we'll touch the right knee high up on the right arm. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale the knee to your nose or chin or forehead. Inhale, lift it up, and exhale, twist as you touch the knee to the opposite arm as high as you can. And again, keeping that foot as high up off the ground as possible as you take a breath. Then we'll inhale that leg up and back, and exhale as we lunge. Inhale, coming up into a high lunge this time. Ashta Chandrasana is the name of this pose. In Ashta Chandrasana, we again have the front foot and knee pointing straight ahead, the knee lunged directly over the heel. The right thigh is approaching parallel with the ground. The left hip is drawn forward, left leg is straight, and that heel is pressing toward the ground, directly behind the toes. The arms are up and back, framing the ears. From here, we take a nice deep breath and exhale, either to the bottom of a push-up, or we can do this pose, which is Eka Bhuja Dandasana, first variation. From there, we shoot back and make our way to downward facing dog. Remember, if you do not already know that arm balance, I do not recommend trying it here for the first time. Feet touching, we inhale the left leg up and back. Exhale, left knee, left arm. Inhale. Exhale, center. Inhale. Exhale, opposite arm. Take a breath. Inhale, lift the leg. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, high lunge. Take a nice deep breath and exhale, bottom of the push-up, or again, the arm balance on your way out. From here, inhale to the toes and exhale to a seat. And from your seat, once again, roll back onto your back. Let's inhale to our glute bridge. Remember, when you're doing the bridge, your knees should generally be directly over your heels. And the knees and heels are about hip width, but a little wider is fine. Now we add a march to our pose. So we inhale, the right leg up, exhale it down. Inhale, left leg up, exhale down. Continue in this way. Remember to keep the hips lifting up. The tendency is to allow the hips to drop as you lift the legs. Finish with the left leg up and then exhale, come all the way down. Cross the ankles, exhale to the bottom of your push-up, making your way to downward facing dog. From here, we inhale to our toes and exhale to the front edge of the mat. Inhale all the way up to standing back bend. And as you exhale, sit back into an imaginary seat with your hands at the heart. Then take your right ankle over your left thigh. Foot flexed and the knee straight out to the side. Your shin bone is parallel with the front edge of your mat and parallel with the ground. Now, however it feels comfortable, just holding this position, making sure there's no pain in your knee or your hip. And if you'd like to go a little further, you can bring your arms out to the side, drop your hips down, and sandwich your shin towards your chest, and you will get a deeper stretch into the outside of the hip. Inhale, let's come all the way back up to standing. And we will exhale, sitting back into an imaginary seat again. Inhale, the opposite ankle over the thigh. Again, be mindful of the sensation in your knee. You could stay here, but for a deeper stretch in the hip, you drop the hips down and drop the chest down. This is called the flying pigeon pose. Good, inhale. Let's come all the way back up to standing, and we exhale into our forward fold. Inhale, half lift, crow, handstand, exhale, bottom of the push-up, making your way to downward facing dog. And down dog, let's bring feet to touch. We'll inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale, right knee to right arm. Inhale, lift the leg. Exhale to the center. Inhale, lift the leg. Exhale to the opposite arm. Kick the foot out, drop the back heel. And then inhale the left arm up into fallen triangle pose. Exhale, bring the hand back down. Inhale the leg up and back. And exhale as you lunge. Inhale, come up to crescent lunge. As you exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, sweep back up. And exhale, twist again to the right. Good. A few more times. Inhale, back up. Exhale, twisting even deeper. Inhale and exhale. And one more time. Good. Inhale the arms up. And exhale, bottom of the push-up, making your way to downward facing dog. With the feet touching now, we'll inhale the left leg up and back. Exhale, left knee to our left arm. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, fallen triangle pose. Good. Exhale, sweep the arm down. Inhale the leg up and back. And exhale as you lunge. Inhale to crescent lunge. Exhale, twist to the left. Good. Inhale back up. Exhale, twist even further. 3 more times. Inhale, come on up, and exhale, bottom of your push-up, making your way to downward facing dog. From downward dog, inhale to the toes, exhale to a seat, rolling back onto your back gradually. Once you're there, join the soles of the feet together and let your knees drop out to the side. With this type of glute bridge, you'd like your back basically as flat as you can get it on the ground. And then your heels can be anywhere in these different positions. And the pose will feel different depending on where you place your feet. So our arms are bent again. And as we inhale, we press into our feet, lift our hips up. Exhale, coming down. And this is called a frog bridge. Let's lift up and we'll hold for a count of 1, 2, and 3. Come on down, exhale, bottom of your push-up, and make your way to downward facing dog. From the downward dog, let's inhale to our toes, and as we exhale, make our way to the front edge of the mat. We'll inhale all the way to standing back bend, and then again, exhale, hands to our heart as we bend our knees. Let's inhale the right ankle over the left thigh, and then this time, we'll see if we can take a twist over to the left. Notice I'm grabbing my foot and using that to help me get my arm into position. There's nothing wrong with doing that. Once you are in position, it's very much like our prayer twist that we did earlier, pressing the hands into one another to push the shoulder back and deepen the twist. Notice the deep stretch that you feel on the outside of your right hip as you hold this position. Good, we'll inhale all the way back up to our standing back bend to release that. And we exhale again, sitting back into the seat. Inhaling the ankle over the knee, and again you can use your hands, nothing wrong with that. And then we take a twist. As always, if you can't quite get this far, then do one of the easier variations that we've already done, like the flying pigeon. Just repeat that. See if you can take it a little deeper. And over time, your body will likely gradually open up and allow you to take more advanced variations. Good. Let's inhale all the way back up to our standing back bend, and we exhale as we release into a forward fold. Inhale, half lift, crow, handstand. Exhale, bottom of the push-up, Vinyasa to downward facing dog. From downward dog, we'll bring the feet to touch. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, right knee, right arm. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, chin, forehead. Inhale. Exhale, opposite arm. Kick it out. Drop the heel. Inhale the arm up. And exhale, hips and hand to the ground. Bend the knees to right ankles and bring your forearms to the ground. You can hold this twist as it is, or bring your left shoulder to the ground, palm up, and place your right palm into the left palm to deepen the twist even further. Then, returning the hands to the ground, straightening the legs, and making sure that your left foot is basically near the center of your mat. Inhale back to fallen triangle. Exhale the hand back down. Inhale the leg up and back. And exhale as you lunge. Inhale, come up to the high lunge. And then exhale, bring your elbow over the knee, taking a nice deep twist. Now, if possible, from here, go ahead and bind the leg with your hands, if you are able to. As you can see, I'm not quite able to do it today, and that's totally fine. To exit, you can either inhale your torso back up into crescent lunge and then exhale back down to the ground, or you can release into this arm balance, which is called Eka Bhuja Dandasana, second variation, and then from there shoot back and take the Vinyasa. Once again, as always with arm balances, if you do not yet know that pose, I recommend learning it first. Okay, feet touching. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, left knee, left arm. Inhale. Exhale, center. Inhale. Exhale, opposite arm. Inhale, fallen triangle. Exhale, hips and hand down. Bend the knees. Coming to the forearms, or maybe laying on the right shoulder and taking a deeper twist. Okay, hands back to the ground. Legs straight. Inhale, fallen triangle. Exhale, hand down. Inhale, leg up and back. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge, and exhale, add a twist to the pose. Again, from there, you can exhale straight into Eka Bhuja Dandasana and take a Vinyasa from there. From our downward dog, let's inhale to the toes, and as we exhale, make our way to a seat. Again, finding our way back onto our back. We inhale into the glute bridge, and then this time we inhale and lift one leg straight if possible. If there's pain in your back doing that, then you can try bending the knee until the pain goes away. And then as we exhale, we lower that leg toward the ground and then lift it back up. Exhale, lower the leg, hips lifted, inhale back up. Good, a few more times. Inhale the leg up and exhale down. Inhale the opposite leg up and exhale, lower toward the ground as close as you can get it to the ground. Then inhale back up. Continue with the breath. Keep the hips lifted. Good, inhale the leg up and exhale, foot and hips down. Cross the ankles, exhale, roll forward to the bottom of your push-up, making your way to downward dog. Inhaling to the toes, exhale to the front edge of your mat, and inhale all the way up to standing back bend. Exhale, hands to your heart as you sit back into an imaginary seat. Inhale, the right ankle over the left thigh as you take a twist over to the left. Again, if you can't get this far, just do as much as you can. Now from here, we inhale, open the arms, and we exhale, hands to the ground, shoulder width, arms bent, gaze forward, and we lift the standing leg. And this is called dragonfly pose. Good. Let's bring both feet to the ground. We'll inhale back up to standing back bend. Exhale as we sit into our seat. Inhale the opposite ankle over. And exhale as we twist into that, placing the elbow into the foot. This is Eka Bhuja Dandasana. From here we come down, taking our time, slowly, carefully. Good. Both feet come back to the ground. Inhale up to our standing back bend. Exhale to the forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Crow, handstand, and exhale. Let's come on down to a child pose and rest for a few breaths. If child pose is painful for your knees or ankles, either use props to modify it to make it comfortable. It's meant to be comfortable. Or choose a different pose. Let's inhale and sit up. Cross our ankles, roll over them. Extending the legs and arms on an inhale, and we'll exhale as we roll back onto our back. Once we get there, drawing the legs in and giving them a nice squeeze and just moving a little bit as a way to release any parts of the body that feel ginked up. Then, with the arms out like a T and the knees together, drop the knees to the left so you look to your right, coming into Jathara Parivartanasana. Close your eyes and let your breath be natural now. Let's inhale knees through center, and we'll exhale them off to the other side. Inhale, knees back to center. Grab the soles of your feet for happy baby. Of course, happy baby is a suggestion, and you are welcome to do really any pose that helps you to release tension in your body and help you relax more deeply in Savasana. When you're ready for relaxation, come into the corpse pose. Your feet are apart. Arms out to the sides, palms up, head centered, chin tucked in slightly, and eyes closed. In yoga, some poses are primarily intended to stretch the body. Others are designed to help the body strengthen. And this pose is designed primarily for relaxation. So for the next 6 minutes, allow your body to be still and relaxed. Savasana. All right, guys, so how was that? Challenging, I hope, but also rewarding. And remember that the effects of yoga are felt over the long term. So right now you might be feeling tired or worn out or exhausted, and that's okay. That's part of the process. But what we'd like is over time to feel better and better and better. And that's been my experience with yoga. So I hope you enjoyed that. And again, if you did, thumbs up, subscribe, comment. All of those things really do help out. And consider becoming a patron or making a one-time donation to help me pay for all of this stuff. It does cost money for me to do this. So thank you all so much, and I'll hope to see you next time. Namaste.